Okay, welcome to something brand new that I want to test out on the channel. I used to do a similar sort of series to this, but I've finally decided to give it a bit of a name. Basically, what's trending, as you can tell by the title. We're going to go through the Twitter trending feeds. It's basically just going to be my Twitter feed. We're going to have a look at what's popping up and that. You guys can see everything, and make sure you go and follow all of these people on here. Shout out to all my followers on that, and also people that I follow as well. We're going to talk about football news, YouTube news, stuff going on in the world and all that kind of stuff, and just give, some opinions in that, and look at other people's opinions and just kind of chat about it, really. The first thing was this about Arsene Wenger remains in the running to take over as Bayern Munich head coach after revealing he will hold talks with the German club next week. Imagine if he goes and that ultimately results in Ozil joining him at Bayern Munich. How can we lose to Bayern if he works for Bayern? Liverpool fan, I think that is. Herman. Imagine him winning the Champions League in his first year after all them years at Arsenal. That would be pretty crazy. I can't see it. I love Wenger to bits, but I think that Bayern have kind of lost their way in Europe a little bit. I mean, it's just one of them things we have to see. Obviously they got the result that they got against Spurs, but lots of different things here. Wenger in but Emery out. That makes no sense, mate. That makes no sense whatsoever. I can see Wenger going there. I don't see why he wouldn't. We've also got Pookie trending. Currently Friday, by the way. The Pookie party is officially over. More managers own Pookie than Aguero in Fantasy League. We look at this here. We just load this up a second. You can see these are top pick players, I think, I'm presuming. 23.6% of FPL players have Pookie in their side, where only 23.2%, it's not that much less, but a little bit less, have Aguero, and then and so on and so on. Obviously some FPL favourites there. What else is going on? I take it he's picked up some kind of injury or something. If Pookie can't score in this game, he should be removed from FPL altogether. Oh dear. Pookie start of the season versus Pookie now. It appears the guy has just failed in this game. Has anyone seen Pookie been missing since game week 5? Oh dear. So the Pookie party is indeed apparently over. Shame. But moving on. Not really all that interested in that one. We got Ben Foster. What's happening with Ben Foster now? Obviously Norwich coming up against Watford. Ben Foster, another one who has continually been cunted off by the great and good of Watford Twitter. Yeah, all keepers make mistakes, but it's now you come back from, I think it means how. It's how you come back from them. And after Tottenham, he has been superb. Credit to the fella. Imagine campaigning for Ben Foster to be dropped earlier in the season. You absolute wrong'un. Hashtag Watford FC. David Mudford. Please let Ben Foster get man of the match as well. Hashtag points fast. Wow. So, not really an awful lot interesting there, really. And in all honesty, if we just click the explore option anyway, we should get some good stuff. Now this was what I wanted to get into, of course, the KSI and Logan Paul square off. I watched this on YouTube and I want to give some opinions of this right now. So I mean, Eddie Hearn has become some sort of everybody's tweeting stuff and using Eddie out of context Eddie Hearn memes as their own memes now, and different solutions and stuff. I watched the interview on Thursday, so as I'm recording this, it's Friday. I watched the last sort of interview thing between the two, and I know I'm kind of biased because I'm British, and KSI is somebody that inspired me to do YouTube and stuff. But this guy right here, I can't believe how unprofessional he is. He doesn't seem to be taking it seriously. He literally seems like a walking meme. He really does. Like, everything that he said in that interview, I feel like 12-year-olds, maybe below, might have found it funny. But, like, I found him cringe. I've watched a couple of, like, the press conference interview type things now. And, like, every time I've heard him speak, like, about the fight and stuff, he makes me cringe. I really cringe for him, because he says, like, I swear he made a your mum joke at JJ, not on Thursday, but, like, months beforehand, I think for the UK press conference interview thing. I'm pretty sure he made, like, a your mum joke, and I was like, how old is this guy? Like, do you know what I mean? And JJ just seems so, like, JJ gives the banter back, but JJ is like, I wouldn't go as far as saying funny, because overall it just made me cringe a little bit. But the only good thing, not good thing, but the only kind of sensible thing that Logan said was, this fight is about his redemption of all the mistakes that he's made and stuff on YouTube and as a person. And, you know, there's been a lot of things with both of the Paul brothers, actually, and Logan spoke out and said, this is my redemption. It doesn't matter who he steps into that ring with, he is fighting for his redemption, to be kind of like reborn, if you will. And for JJ, he's fighting for his legacy, which he said this is JJ's legacy of, you know, JJ has a lot to lose, he does, and regardless of what happens, I mean, I posted this the other day myself on Twitter, but, like, regardless of what happens, I think, between the two, in the ring, like, I have to say, JJ and JJ's team are so much more professional than what Logan and his team have been. Logan's trainer at the interview on, I think his name's Chan something like that. I don't even know the guy's name, you know what I mean? I'm not, like, a big boxing fan. I'm not going to claim to be, like, a massive fan of boxing, but I know a few boxers. I know past boxers, current boxers, and stuff like that. And I've seen some fights, like, I've watched AJ, I've watched Fury, I watched the original, like, you know, I watched Weller versus Joe. I know they aren't boxers, versus KSI even, but I know, like I say, I've seen, like, my fair share of professional matches as well. Like I say, AJ, Fury. I used to watch Ricky Hatton back in the day. My dad was a big fan of his. Amir Khan and Muhammad Ali. Obviously never got to watch him, a bit before my time, but I know that he's a great, and I've seen clips and stuff of things that he did and all that. But like, I watching Logan's team, and this is the last time I'll say it now, I swear, but watching Logan's team, my personal opinion was that they're so immature. Like, Logan's trainer was going off, and he was making all these little digs out of nowhere from JJ's trainer, and I was just thinking, what is this guy on? Like, do you know what I mean? I know it might be mind games and stuff, but it just looked really immature and so childish. And like I say, watching it, I was cringing for the pair of them, for Logan and his trainer. I really was cringing so hard. Whereas I didn't find JJ cringe at all. I thought his trainer was actually really nice, really calm. He reminded me of Toby a little bit with his, like, mannerisms. How Toby from the Sidemen's always so calm, chilled, laid back. He's very, like, he doesn't really get heated and stuff. He's just calm, and that's what he was like. And I couldn't believe it. I'm looking forward to giving a reaction anyway to that fight later on. But yeah, JJ says, this camp has pushed me to the edge. I've never worked so hard in my life. Mentally, I've reached a new level. I'm not afraid to get hit. Logan Paul, I'm ready to fuck you up. Logan says, I've said everything I need to say. JJ's got a big heart. We know that. A big ego. Should it go the distance, I will be ready. Now, this makes it look a little bit more professional. He really didn't speak like that throughout the whole thing. Like I say, there was a couple of good things that he said, but some of it was just, my temper would boil as well, I think, to be honest. I'm ready to see this guy get absolutely whomped, and I hope it happens. I really, really do. Logan Messi says, KSI already lost this fight. Would put money on Logan winning, but he's now too much of a clear favourite. KSI, Logan. I don't see it. I don't see it. One thing that Logan kept doing as well in the interview thing, the conference thing, was he kept giving JJ maths, mathematic equations basically. Kept giving him like times to do. I think times, yeah, what do you call it? Multiplication, that's the word, that's the one I'm looking for. Kept giving him multiplication to do, and I'm like, this is a boxing match, and he was like, you can't work it out, you're dumb. I was like, mate, you don't have to be. Boxers literally get punched in the head and the face for a living. Like, I'm pretty sure they all lose some brain cells, and when you hear some of them speak, they ain't the brightest of people. Do you know what I mean? There's being a clever academically, and there's being a good boxer. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty much similar with most sports. You notice that some, don't get me wrong, some footballers are quite intelligent men and stuff, but you know, it's not a necessity. You know, being like academically smart has nothing to do with if you can fight or not. And it's not even fighting, it's boxing, which there is a bit of a difference. There is a difference. Morkani says, I'm 100% backing JJ, but you know, I've watched him from the beginning and I'm low-key so nervous for this fight. Who else feels this way? I'm just so scared. But I know he will win. He's put too much work in and he always prevails. It's very true. I can't wait for Logan Paul to lose now. That's a tweet I can finally get behind, George. KSI. Hashtag KSI Logan Paul too. All that for a drop of clout. Wow. The build up for KSI Logan has been jokes. Even at the big age of 22, I'm fully invested at this point. I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with Aaron in a way, because I'm 23 years old almost. I'm actually 22 as well. It's the perfect blend of cringe and chaos. I do agree with that one there, Aaron. I do agree with that one. There's just definitely been quite a lot of cringe involved in it. KSI is ready to unleash on November 9. He's facing a different animal this time. KSI is quoted to say, Logan Paul, you're no longer dealing with a human, you're dealing with an animal. KSI, I can't wait to kill this animal. What a guy, what an actual guy. But yeah, obviously it's very clear who I'm supporting with the fight and everything. I just hope that, you know, I really hope that JJ wins. I really do. I cannot stand Logan or his brother, but I cannot stand the Pauls as people. I really can't. I haven't got an ounce of respect for them, and that's just never going to change. That is based off things that they've done in the past, and the way that Logan's behaved throughout all of this. He's just a dick. I'm sorry. Logan Paul is whatever, come right at me, like, he's a dick. There's no other way to say it. The guy is an absolute dick, and he deserves whatever JJ gives him. He does. He really, really does. And I hope that, I hope that justice is actually served. What's happening? Let's go down here. Celtic fans attacked after shuttle bus breaks down in Rome. As you can see, after the Scottish team's stunning win against Lazio, reports emerged of an attack on Celtic fans following the breakdown of a shuttle bus that was transporting them back from the stadium. Chris McLaughlin says a number of Celtic fans attacked following their club's 2-1 victory over Lazio here in Rome. One group of fans ambushed after shuttle bus from the stadium broke down. Unclear if any serious injuries. Hopefully all of the Celtic fans are okay. A group of Celtic supporters have been attacked walking home from Rome. Wow, that'd be a fair walk, wouldn't it? Walking back to Rome city centre after their shuttle bus broke down. More at 6. Just continue on. Let's see if we've got any actual... Oh shit, we do have the one thing that ruins football, isn't it? It is one of them things that just ruins football. Several Celtic supporters have been attacked in Rome. Hopefully those guys, and maybe females as well, are okay. no idea what kind of obviously the kind of people that have been injured, children, maybe adults, elderly, I don't know, but hopefully, you know, they're all okay. And not too shaken up. It just shouldn't happen, you know. Nobody should go to a game of football and then be hurt afterwards. Do you know what I mean? If people that go to football looking for that, just there needs to be more done about it. I'm afraid there's not enough being done about it. Rome conquered though. Well done to Celtics. That is a fantastic result, to be fair. 2-1 against Lazio is really, really good going. Let's just carry on a little bit. I think we're pretty much all wrapped up. I mean, whenever this guy pops up, it's like, ugh, you know, I try and ignore him as much as I can. Let's look at what else is going on around KSI. Deji, good luck to my bro KSI for tomorrow, but I know you don't need it. Give him hell, my guy. I really like that. I'm glad that JJ and Deji are back on good terms. They've had a rocky kind of relationship over the last couple of years, so it's good to see that them two are doing good. Because no one wants to see family falling apart, guys. It's not nice. Hot freestyle, new music out now, little baby. Whoa, Dave East, blah blah blah. This song, I listened to it yesterday. I'm not just saying this because I'm a KSI fan. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty good song. You smashed it at the face-to-face today, by the way. Oh dear. Take it, yeah. JJ didn't turn up for that, but I believe Logan didn't turn up for the previous face-to-face either, so mind games perhaps. But I have actually really enjoyed recording this episode. I'm looking forward to just doing more of these where we just talk about different topics and stuff, and I can just kind of unwind. Obviously a lot of it will be football related. That's a big part of my timeline. And stuff and news around me, but I can talk about some non-football related stuff as well. Stoke City, what do you guys think? I'm going to try and ask you guys a question at the end of each one of these. What do you guys think is going to happen with Stoke? Can Michael O'Neill be the man that Stoke need? I think there needs to be a lot of work. I think they need new players, etc. Any Stoke fans watching this right now, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on what this guy can do to the club? Is he going to be a saviour, or is your season, has there been too much damage already dealt? Do you know what I mean? Who knows? It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough and interesting to see. But good luck to Michael O'Neill at Stoke. I don't have a lot of respect for Stoke, to be honest, as a club, but you know, at the same time, I don't actually hate them. I don't. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I support my local side, Port Vale, who are Stoke's rivals, but there's been times where I've actually felt quite sorry for Stoke in the past, so, but yeah, good luck to JJ anyway, for the fight, and, that is pretty much all from me for now, and I will see you guys, hopefully, in the next video, once we get a little bit more news to chat about.